It's Madden NFL 23, and all eyes are on the Monarchs' leader at quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Monarchs and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Denver Broncos and the London Monarchs. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. So here are the Broncos backed up to start their initial drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Here we go, start!
Allen going to go to the air right away. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good to make it 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 10 carries, 57 yards.
He's really been someone special to watch this season and brings a real unique element to their offense. Even with defenses focusing on him all year, he still sits 4th in the league in yardage. Hard to come up with an answer for a back playing as well as he has been. They've got their work cut out for them in this one as he chases another big week.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards that time.
Back to 50.
On first down, Allen. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
After the sack on first down, Allen. And a throw right sideline is complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Let's go, baby.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown!
Anthony Schwartz.
49 yards.
And the Monarchs have moved out in front. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints. right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum building.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Taken from just outside the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Second and 1. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
That's about what you would expect, since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner.
Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That goes for a gain of 31. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? There he goes, right side. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. London about set to take over on offense.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. A beautiful fake.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
That was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover three, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the two corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Christian Harris in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To the air, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 9 now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Monarchs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Allen now on first down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Throwing is Allen on third. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. John Mechie
a touchdown reception. From there, we head east to check out the Jets.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The offense back out again, and there's the burner, Anthony Schwartz.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
12 yards there and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Running left, Taylor.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have now moved out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is the absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Allen going to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Allen from the gun on third down. And this is caught by Williams. He's going to have the first down and then some. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Allen. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Allen now on third and goal. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's fourth and goal.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. This is caught. He's converged on quickly, and I don't think he got the first down. He did not. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to them. 15 big yards. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Back to throw here. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. Welcome back now here in London, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here we go. Start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Ready, go.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
From midfield, here's Allen, dancing to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Allen now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
On the handoff, Taylor.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
On the stick.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with career touchdown number 156. That ties him with Terrell Owens for 5th all-time.
And the Monarchs are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
So the Broncos now down by 2 touchdowns. Just over a minute 40 to play. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Throwing is Allen.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now Allen. That's caught by Palmer.
And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Allen. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Now, faster.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Allen.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the home team here, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.